From October Gallery in Philadelphia, this is ATN, Art TV Network.
Okay, we're here at October Gallery in Philadelphia. This is Art TV Network, and we have David Childs with us. He's an artist from Baltimore, Maryland, and he calls himself the ILLEST Illustrator.
Yeah.
How are we doing, David?
I'm doing well, Mr. Mercer. I appreciate this opportunity, and thanks for October Gallery to giving me this opportunity to be a part of Art TV Network.
Okay, let's get right into it. The first question we always ask our artists or our illustrators, in your case, why do you paint? Why do you illustrate?
Well, I illustrate, it's self-expression to me, the ability to create, to visually or mentally think something and to create it. I think is an extraordinary thing. Out of all of the talents that a man can have, I think that this is right up this is something that I really enjoy, is to be able to illustrate pretty much what I think. I think when you think about creation, the opposite of that is destruction. And when you think about creation from that standpoint, anything that you do to create, it benefits mankind to a certain extent, because what happens is it keeps life fresh, it keeps life interesting, it keeps it beautiful whenever someone creates things with the right thought process as far as to help mankind for the most part.
David, I know you're from Baltimore and from the inner city, and I know the kinds of things that happen in the inner city, the gangs, the violence, the drugs. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff as well. I'm not trying to say that that's not true, but I'm just trying to say the good, the bad, the ugly, all that came out of that neighborhood as part of that neighborhood. How did that influence your artwork? Or did it influence your artwork?
Well, I think from coming up in that environment and seeing things going on in the inner city, and coming up, in the mix of hip hop culture. I was born in '79, and coming up through the '80s, early '90s, and coming up in Northwest Baltimore, which is a crazy part of Baltimore, Maryland. But make a long story short, it definitely influenced my art, because a lot of the things that I experienced, I recreated. And that's where I get the majority of my concepts and the things that I create is from things that I personally experience and go through. Whether it's something that I've experienced in high school, or altercation, good things, bad things. I always seem to get these things from my environment for the most part. So it's a big influence on me.
Yeah, I mean, because I've seen your artwork, and at the end of this video, we're going to show the folks some of your artwork. But I know some of it, the Crucifixion, Urban Crucifix.
Yes, sir.
There are a couple of pieces there where we see violence in terms of people shooting each other. We know this is a part of life. This is a part of inner city. It's a part of the world today. And
right.
So you did create that because you came from that environment. And I guess you wanted people to understand that this is what happens in the neighborhood. And I'm going to put words in your mouth. Tell me, is that how you saw it? I mean, is that how you render your artwork?
Well, at this stage in my life right now, my lifestyle is completely different from what it was. And when I grew up in the city, and I saw a lot of things when I was younger, again, it was self-expression. It was a way for me to kind of put that out there. And when I was younger, I never really drew with the intentions of taking it to the next level, to where I was exposing it to the world. So I was just basically telling my story. The things that I was creating was acceptable to my peers within my neighborhood, within that particular society. And as I've gotten older, my work has made that transition from being more of a street artist to an artist that creates a variety of things due to what I've been exposed to recently, within the last few years. The last decade of my life has definitely changed for the better. And just going out and doing different things. Going to jazz clubs, educating myself on art more, and jazz culture, hip hop culture. African American art culture. And these things are things that have helped influence my work.
Yeah, because I fast forward, I've seen some of your newer work, and this latest piece that you have, I think you had it on Facebook, and you
Right.
asked folks to take a look at it and give you a name or give you a title for it, and it's very jazzy, very musical.
Right.
I can still see the young and the kind of hip hop influence in it, but it seems it's gone to a little different level. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's just me having fun, and experiencing things from a different perspective. And my artwork is always, before I even recognize or realize it, it shows my growth and development, not just as an artist, but as an individual. When people look at my earlier works, some people have attacked me, and questioned my content, when I first started to put it out there. But you got to understand that people go through a transition, and my artwork shows my transition. Right now, some things that I drew years ago, I just don't have the urge to create it anymore. When you talk about violence and things of that nature, these are things that I'm so far away from now. I could read it in the paper, I could see it in the news, but I don't have the urge to create it because that's not where I'm at mentally anymore.
Right.
So
Now the jazz theme, is that something you think you're going to stick with for a while, or are you going to do it until you find something new?
well, you know what? I'm in the process right now. Like, I went through a stage where I wasn't creating at all, and emotionally, I was at a low. I had gone through some heavy transitions. '07 was a big year for me. I think that was the year that we met at the Black Heritage Art Festival. And I made a lot of money, but I wasn't focused. I got away from doing artwork, and God kind of took me through a transition to where a lot of the money, a lot of the resources, my love life was affected. Certain person walked out of my life, and when you don't have money, you can't do things. So God used that as a way to connect me back with my gift, with my talent. And through my art, I feel all of these emotions, passion, love, happiness, adrenaline, and now I'm more focused than I've ever been, and opportunities such as art, October Gap, yourself reaching out to me, it's really fueled me. I've used Facebook as just a way to be interactive with the people that follow me. And I have art shows and things lined up. So I've been on point lately. You know what I'm saying? Watch out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to be watching out for you. And you mentioned Facebook. Tell us how to get in touch with you on Facebook, telephone number, email address, or whatever you want to give us.
Okay. Well, Facebook, the Illest Illustrator. TheIllest, ILLUSTRATOR. I hope I got it right. My email is DC the Illest 1, and that's the number 1. DC TheIllest the number 1 at gmail.com. And the same thing with Hotmail. If you want to reach me that way too. But yeah, get at me. That's what I'm here for.
Okay, David, the Illest Illustrator. This is our first interview that we're doing with you over the internet, and we look forward to doing more of these in the future. So we'll talk to you soon. This is Art TV Network from October Gallery. Thank you very much.
One love.